Hi, my name is Micah. I'm a 21-year-old, I would say, technically entrepreneur. I have two marketing agencies where I've been building them for the past year, and I'm at a point where I don't want to do that anymore because it takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and it also is something I found I don't really enjoy doing. So I've been in this process of wanting to develop a personal brand to have a really strong direction of where I want to go in life, because I think personal brand is a way to, it's like the paint on a ship. I don't know. And maybe it's a little bit conceited or self-centered, but I really enjoy photography. I enjoy seeing myself and others, like my friends, like people that I love, behind the lens. And I enjoy seeing that, right? And I think that, or at least for right now, I'm 21 years old. Personal brand, the idea of a personal brand and building something that provides value to people, but is also centered around like my lifestyle, I think is very cool. So I just watched an Alex Hormozy video. That's why I feel like I'm like dead on with this. But I don't have it down. I have no idea what I'm doing with personal brand because I like a lot of very different things. And I kind of wanted to talk to the camera here because it's better than just writing it down on my computer and not actually doing anything about it. I'm struggling with this, and I want to talk about why I'm struggling with this. And just to show you that it's not easy. And I know that someday, 7 years from now or 5 years from now, I'm going to look back and there's so much more that I'll know in 5 years. There's so much more that I'll know in 1 year. And looking back, I want to be able to look back at this video and wish that I could have just taught myself what I was going to do. But I just wanted to be open and honest with you, is that I'm a young man who has no idea what he's doing, no idea what he wants to do. And this is, So anyways, that's my introduction. That's who I am. Because if this video does well, I would like people to know who I am. So that's kind of my elevator pitch. All right, so I like a lot of very different things. As far as personal brand goes, I have no idea what to do. And right now, I'm all over the place. YouTube has these longer form videos, between 3 minutes and sometimes 20 minutes. Like, my last video was 3 minutes, the one before was like 21 minutes. But long form, it's longer than a short, right? Shorts, long form, and then, that's pretty much it. You could go super long form and go like hours, or podcasts, I guess, technically. Okay, so anyways, but the YouTube has been a lot of kind of educational, trying to inspire, but it hasn't been vlogs. It's just literally been me talking to a camera. And so that's cool. But then my Instagram has been more creative projects I've been doing. So I love doing photography and videography with motorcycles and fire, and I just like cool things like that. And it technically inspires people, and I get positive feedback for it. But it isn't something that I want to build a personal brand off of, nor do I think that I necessarily can. Because I believe my purpose, if we start there, my purpose is to inspire, right? I don't know exactly what that means. I just feel really strongly that God is calling, putting this calling in my life, you need to inspire people to be the best possible version of themselves. So in that pursuit, I'm trying to figure out what does that even mean and how do I pursue that in the right way where I still preserve my hobbies and enjoying doing photography, doing these things, but then also build a following of people that are actually getting better, right? And are actually going to the gym and living a life that is honoring to God and honoring to their future spouse, whatever it is, right? That's really important to me. How do I do that? And so I don't know. And I used to think I'm just going to figure it out and not watch any videos on it because everyone's just trying to sell me something. But then recently I was like, okay, well maybe there's somebody who has built a personal brand that I could go watch. And so I've been watching Hormozy. I've been enjoying Alex's, his content, his stuff about business has really been helpful for me. But I have no idea what to do. And I've been lost for the past, it's a lot of overthinking. And most people will say, oh, it doesn't matter if you're overthinking it because nobody really cares that much. And that's true. I'm overthinking it because I just want to know one direction that my boat, right, the boat of my life, can move in. And we can just move in one consistent direction, and that all content filtered through that, right? So not just a broader scope of is this inspiring people or is this inspiring people to be the best possible version of themselves, but more narrow, more niched, right? So maybe the way that I do that for a period is I just do working out content because it's helping people to become the best version of themselves. But I don't just work out, right? I own businesses and I do a ton of photography and videography, and I really just fitness and business is a lot of what I do, right? But there's also like my relationship with God and like Christianity, like introducing that too, because that's helped me to become the best version of myself, right? Now, I'm not the best version I will ever be, right? I'm not the best I will ever be, nor will I ever reach that height. But I do believe that right now I'm physically and mentally and spiritually in the best place that I've ever been. And I think that should be the goal of everybody, to be in a better place than they were 3 months ago or 6 months ago. So, and it helps me to be able to think about these things by talking to the camera. So, I don't know where to go from here because I've got 112 or 113 Instagram posts that all of them are a different message pretty much. Like some of them are, this is a really cool motorcycle photo shoot that I did, right? And where we had fire, and I mean, he was literally lighting his machete or his knife on fire. It was so cool, right? I want both. And then there's posts of me doing fitness stuff, and then there's posts of me with friends, and it's just all over the place. And I think comparison is the thief of joy. So comparing myself to other influencers who have it down makes it really difficult for me to define one area to go in, because then I try to adapt to their hobbies, adopt them, and then also have my hobbies, and then it's just all over the place. And really just a very wide lens doesn't bring in quality followers, right? And people that I'm actually influencing, right? Because eventually I would love to make some type of community aspect that inspires people to be the best possible version of themselves, right? Probably free, because I don't really feel comfortable charging for anything on social media. Maybe I will at some point. But essentially, I want to build a following that ultimately inspires people, and that there are like future, men and women that said like, I was 18 years old and I watched this video or I watched his content and I really enjoyed it and it changed me and it changed my perspective. And that's what I want, right? That's what success looks like for me when it's in regards to my purpose. So I can do the most menial job. I don't want to, but I could do the most menial job. But as long as I'm inspiring people to be the best version of themselves, then that's worth it for me. So, I'm just stuck because I don't know. I know what the harbor looks like, right? So if we're talking in terms of like ocean ships, I love like these ideas of this. But if I know what the harbor looks like, right, and I know that it's going to take 5 years to get there, but that's fine. I know what this harbor looks like relatively, right? Because I have dreams and goals, and those dreams and goals, like I have an idea of who I want to be in 5 years. But I have no idea how to get my ship there. I have no idea where the harbor is, right? I know what it looks like because people have described to me what it looks like, right? And I can see other people who are at a harbor, right? And that doesn't mean that they're not still moving. It just means that they've gotten to this harbor, they've gotten to this point, and they're still moving forward, right? They've reached their destination, but it is a journey, right? It's a journey. I have to keep reminding myself that it's a journey. But I'm at point A, right? I've got like 523 followers. I lost like 8 followers today on Instagram. I don't care. I'm at this point. I don't know how to get from here to the harbor. I don't know how to get from here to there. And I've like planned it out a million times, but planning doesn't matter as much as the reps do. And so I've planned a ton and not actually put in the reps. So, and there's always like these moments every couple months where I'm just thinking, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do fitness content for 3 months and see how it works and see if people like it. But I don't know. I don't want to just do fitness because there's so much about my life, because there are a lot of people who just do fitness and live very unhealthy lives. And I don't want people to have that perception of me, and I know they probably won't. So I've thought, okay, well maybe I do vlogs, right? So these types of not polished video, I mean, I'm literally adding subtitles, maybe a picture or 2 pictures or something, and then that's it, right? Trying to make it as easy as possible to just make content and get in front of the camera. Also, you like my haircut? Yeah. Sorry, I just had to... It's the best haircut I feel like I've ever gotten. Anyways, I got distracted. It was great timing that I got distracted, or great timing coming back to it. Because now I forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, so I have no idea how to get to the harbor. I know what it looks like. I know that it's going to take a while to get there. I just want to start moving in the general direction. But I think I've been too broad in just inspiring others, and I need to choose a niche. And I don't know what niche that is. And whoever this reaches might not be that niche, because I don't know what the journey looks like for others. So like for the ideal, not customer, I'm not, because they're not paying me, but the ideal influenced, I don't know, like the person who sees my videos and changes over time. I don't know what that process looks like for that person and what that type of person is, right? So if I only made motivational, inspirational content modeled kind of towards homeschoolers, because I was homeschooled. I don't want to do that. Goodness, no. But not that I don't want to homeschool. I don't want to make content specifically for homeschoolers. If I made only that content, they could be, because if I model it exactly who I am and model it for people that are just like me, then that might work. It might be successful, but it might not. And I might spend, because that process is a 2-year or 3-year process, that might take a very long time. And I don't know how to make content in that time, because that's 3 years. And maybe I'm overthinking it. I definitely am overthinking it. But I'm trying to just find the right direction to move in so that we get consistent content and is one personal brand that I'm moving forward with, and it's not all over the place. So that's what I'm struggling with. And I just wanted to keep it 100% with you, is that I'm struggling with that. So I don't know exactly what to do. I'm moving to Hawaii in January, hoping partially that will fix a lot of this problem with content and just be able to do vlogs and meet some people who like doing video content, who are also trying to build their personal brand, and move from there. But that might not happen. And I need to be 100% aware that might not happen. So that's what I'm struggling with. I don't know how to get out of the rut. I don't know how to move from here. In my opinion, I make cool things on Instagram. My feed looks really cool, in my opinion, right? Because I've got like some cool projects, and it's not perfectly aesthetic, but I mean, it's like, I really enjoy it. But I think it's not inspiring people in the direction that I want to inspire them, because I want to inspire them to be the best possible version of themselves so they can enjoy value-providing hobbies for others, right? So for me, I started getting into self-improvement, all this stuff, and I started getting into self-improvement, and over that journey, right, it's been a long 2.5-year journey, pretty much 2.5 years since I started working out. And Max Taylor lifts, Max Taylor, he motivated me to become a better version of myself. I started going to the gym. I started eating again. Like, there were so many good things that happened. I gained confidence, security, all these things. I got an amazing job. And then, in that whole process, went to college, built my businesses, left college. Now I'm leaving both my businesses to go to YWAM to be a missionary for 6 months. So I'm on this journey, and I have passions. And how do I inspire people to have passions that provide value to other people? Because I don't think that just me showing off my passions inspires them to go do that. So that's what I'm struggling with, and I don't have an answer to it. So this is technically a vlog in the most raw way possible that I have no idea what to do. There's a couple things I want to do, right? That me in 1 year, the me in 5 years. If I look at the me in 1 year, the person I envision has a YouTube channel with, it doesn't matter how many followers, just value providing, not entertainment, what's it? Edutainment? So it's educational and it's entertaining, right? So I went on a ski trip with my friends. What does that look like practically? What type of value do I add in that? Maybe it's me and friends are sitting down at the dinner table and something, and we start talking about our journeys, and then that is kind of that education, and we kind of bounce off each other, and then we're okay, let's go skiing, and we have a cool montage. That would be really cool, because it's a combination of education and entertainment, right? I'm dreaming, and dreaming helps me to visualize this. So continue, I'm going to keep visualizing, making sure the camera's on. Cool, we're 15 minutes in. Thank you for staying for this long. I appreciate it. So I have this dream of who I want to be in this amount of time, right? Like in a year, I would like to be a part of a community, right? Leading a community of people that are bettering themselves and just like they're learning new skills that help to provide value to others, and they're in the best spot they've ever been in their life. And then my YouTube channel is cool edutainment vlogs, very like, you know, cinematically cool, visually cool. I hate the word like cinematic, but like very visually cool, that inspires people to be the best version of themselves. You know, it's very high quality, all that kind of stuff. And then Instagram, just, I have no idea, promotion for the YouTube, lifestyle stuff. And I think what I'm caught up on is I don't want to just be in education because I know nothing. Literally, I know nothing. I know very little about setting up a business or anything like that. I was very lucky that I've made any money this year. It really was not that much money. It was just like, wow, I can pay my bills with my business. This is cool. And I'm 21. Like, I can quit my part-time job and do this. Turned out to be a really bad idea. Don't quit your part-time job until you're like, business is making a lot of money, because I wasn't necessarily making enough, and then business kind of slowed down. But anyways, all that to say, I don't know where to begin. I know where to begin. It's just putting in the reps. I just want to move in one direction, right? I just want to move in one direction. I know that I'm thinking in the short term, like, what do I do in this week? What do I do in this month? But if I look over a whole year, like, I would just want to see that I put in the reps and that they got consistently better. Because going to the gym, just planning going to the gym doesn't actually make you any more in shape. Going to the gym makes you in shape, and that happens over time. But planning doesn't. I mean, planning is good, but spend 2% of your time planning and 98% of your time accomplishing. And just cut out the planning time. That's where I've grown the most, is cutting out the planning. And I'm literally sitting at my computer at 4:08 p.m. I've got a couple smaller projects I need to work on for work as we're wrapping up for the year, but I don't know. And it's hard too, like, finding people who are also building a personal brand and are dogs about it, right? Like, finding people like myself, guys or gals, like just people who are building a personal brand around a similar niche. Maybe it's not exactly what I'm doing. And I don't know too, like, is inspiring, do I full on inspiration? So I'll do anything that's inspiring. Or do I live a lifestyle that, I'm, doing epic things, right? If I live a lifestyle where I'm doing epic shit, then maybe that's inspirational enough that people will see, oh, he has a lifestyle, like a Notion template. I've been literally working on a Notion template for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks about like my 2025 career, like goals, all that kind of stuff. And I want to offer it for free at some point. It's not ready yet, but hopefully soon it'll be ready as like a 1.0 to like, hey, these are questions you should ask yourself. These are things that you should filter your life through. Not about building or content or anything like that, just how do you become the best version of yourself? And these are like questions in this Notion template that you then input in and figure out all the like lifestyle choices you want to make. That isn't regarding content, it's just regarding lifestyle, which I think I put a lot of work into. So I'd like to share, at least. And it's free. Like, I'm not an expert, so why would I offer it for money? Yeah, it would be free. Anyways, it's a yap. I know where I want to be. I just don't know how I want to get there, and the epic things that I want to do or the fun things that I then insert educational content, I just don't know how to get from here to there. And this is just a yap, but I'm lost. I don't know how to do it. So if any of you have any experience growing a following and can give me very generic information about questions I should ask myself to help determine how to get from here to there, because there are very few people who have the exact calling on their life that I have on mine, and even fewer people who have done it well. So if you will find yourself as one of these people, then I would appreciate your comment or your feedback. Give me negative feedback, give me positive feedback. I don't care. I just want to I don't even know what audience I'm reaching with this. This is really just for myself, or it's for a future audience who I have strongly determined who that audience is and that I make content for, and then they come back and look when I didn't have any freaking clue about what to do about this. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm a creative and I overthink so much because I just don't know what to do to get from point A to point B. But when I do figure it out, it will be very clear on my Instagram, my social media, all that. The nice thing is that everybody's gone through this process. Most people have, at least. So I don't know. Maybe it's just I do like lifestyle vlogs, like going camping with my friends. And then that's that. And that's just, like, that's the most simple way I can do it. And then we add some value education, like, in there that's like, we just slip it in as, like, talking about, you know, valuable education content, stuff like that. And then we're, like, sitting down by the fire talking about stuff. And then we just focus the camera on each other when we're talking about our stories. Like, I would love that. That would be cool. Maybe that's what I do, and just do lifestyle, more like vacation vlogs, but not even vacation, just trips, because I enjoy traveling. That would work really well for Hawaii. It would work really well for all that. And then possibly still integrate photography with, like, just do like high quality images on Instagram that kind of promote the lifestyle that I'm living and hanging out with friends. And hopefully I find more people like myself so that capturing content isn't as hard. Because it's hard when you're just doing it by yourself and setting up a gimbal or, you know, I have multiple tripods, so setting up a tripod, and it's better when you're doing it with people, because then they can also give you feedback as like, this sucks or this doesn't suck, or, you know, do this differently, or they're like, I don't find this inspirational. I'm like, okay, cool, let's make it inspirational. But I'm looking for people like that. So I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you, you know, I don't know how long in the future you're watching this video, but thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I would appreciate your feedback. If you're watching this 3 months from now and I have some really strong, you know, people who, you know, I've really determined the direction I want to move in and all that kind of stuff, just like comment something like you figured it out, don't worry about it. I don't know, I'd appreciate that. Because right now I just want the encouragement more than anything else. I just want to know that I'm moving in the right direction and I'm helping the right people, because it would be, I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time just making something for people that won't care and for people that don't want to better their life. Because like, that's the last thing I want to do, is waste time on people that really don't want to be better and don't want to be happy. And I just want people that want to be happy and people that want to, you know, live life to the fullest. So anyways, appreciate it. See ya.